Hello and welcome to the Waverley Falcons versus Melbourne Tigers NBL1 clash for the women's. I'm here with Ryan Dean, my co-host. How you going, Ryan?
Good, yourself, Daniel?
Very good, mate. Very good. Very exciting to be in the league this year, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, big step up from the Big V last year in the senior men and women. Had a good start to the year. Let's just see how we go this game. Hopefully we get the win.
Very good. And I'm saying you've seen a few games so far over the first couple of rounds?
Yeah, so the Frankston game, I saw that. Played very well there, got the win. And the game against Eltham, I didn't see that, but watched some of it over the live stream, and that was a good game as well.
Very good. Looks like we have a foul call right now with Callie Bowen going to the line. Callie Bowen out of Gonzaga University over in the States, graduating in 2012. She's also had a 2-year stint with Melbourne Boomers in the WNBL back here in Australia, and now with the Waverley Falcons. So it is 2-2 here, a minute and a half into the game.
3-point shot, missed 23.
Very good. Waverley come up with the rebound right there. Comes up with a Waverley Falcons baseline ball here after deflection up for the Melbourne Tigers. And Tegan Cunningham comes up short on that one. Kelly Bowen with the rebound. Great pass by Jess Fargo for Tegan for the layup. Conti with the ball right now. She drives baseline for the open three. No good. Charlie Midjovic just comes up short on that 3-point attempt. Great steal by Callie Bowen as she drives in for the layup. And no good from the defensive pressure from the Tigers. Open three.
3-point shot missed, 9 defensive 5.
Tigers now with the ball. Just comes short. And a foul call on Sam Donald.
Foul call on at number 6 for the Falcons, Sam Donald. That's a first personal foul, first team foul for the Falcons.
Number 5, Casey Burton to the line. And we have a timeout to the Tigers.
Here in the first quarter.
Okay, so we have gameplay about to commence here at the Waverley Basketball Stadium with Casey Byrne at the free throw line, about to shoot 2. Comes up short on the first. Second one is good for Casey Byrne. Kelly Bowen now with the ball. I'll tell you what, Ryan, it's nice to have forwards that can play multiple positions. Kelly Bowen doing a lot of ball handling early here.
Yeah, that's true. It's good to have that. Not relying on the point guards all the time to bring up the ball. Just a missed shot by the Falcons there. Tigers bringing up the ball.
Number 2, Luella Tomlinson with the ball right now. And another foul call for the Falcons.
Foul called on number 11 for the Falcons.
And that is on number 11, Jess Bygo.
First personal foul, second team foul for the
Sending
Falcons.
number 1, Brianna Gray, to the line to shoot 2. She misses the first. Second one is good. Tegan Cunningham now with the ball. Mijovic with the ball, she puts it on the floor. She makes the pass to Jess Bygate for 2, and it's good. Monique Conti now with the ball. She makes the entry, and a foul call on Jess Bygate, fighting over a little bit too hard there.
Foul called on number 11, Jess Bygate for the Falcons. That's her second personal foul, third team foul for the Falcons.
Jess Bygate out of New Zealand. She has been a part of the New Zealand national team for a couple of years now.
For the Falcons.
A great addition to the Falcons to add back in a really versatile defender to add into the team. It's a baseline ball for the Tigers here. Monique Conti puts the ball on the floor with a beautiful pass to Tomlinson, who just comes short. Carly Mijovic pushing the ball down the floor. And Tegan Cunningham opens, moves the ball to Sam Donald. Ball moves well around the perimeter, open to an open shot. And Carly Mijovic comes up short on that one. High post catch for Tomlinson. Ball right inside, Kelly Bowen with the ball. The Falcons are on the run here. And Sam Donald with the open 2. And that's good. Brianna Gray to the rim. And she finishes with the right hand. Sam Don drives baseline, runs into some defence for the open wings with Kelly Bowen, and she comes up good for 2. Tigers bringing the ball down the floor. And the Falcons are off again. Great ball movement from the Falcons right there. Running away with plenty of enthusiasm to what they will get the last. And they Conti on the wing for Tomlinson in the post.
And that's Tigers ball on the baseline there, Daniel. Tipped off by Tegan Cunningham.
Over the first 6 minutes, Ryan, what's your feel of the game?
It's going to be a close game. Falcons are 12-6 over the Tigers. The play before, ball didn't even touch the floor once. Waverley trying to use the ball movement.
Yeah, it's beautiful offense by the Falcons, moving the ball well in transition.
And just that last stoppage of the play there, Bree Bishop checks in for the Falcons, with Tegan Cunningham going to the bench.
And Bree Bishop now brings the ball up the floor. They trap the high ball screen, Mijovic gets it. And she drives through the middle to an open jumper. No good. And that's a three-point make for number 7, Althea Angus. Midjovic with the high catch. Bowen comes off the handoff into a ball screen. And she finds Renee Mocky at the rim for the layup. Beautiful ball movement again by the Falcons. Tomlinson with the catch. Nick Conti with the 2 in the middle of the lane. Sam Donna bring the ball down the floor. She comes off the high ball screen and there is a foul call on number 7, Althea Angus.
On at number 7 for the Tigers, Althea Angeles. That's her first personal foul, second team foul for the Tigers.
And Michaela Miller checks into the game for Sam.
Michaela Miller checks into her first minutes, replacing Sam Thompson.
Bishop comes off the high ball screen. She attacks middle and she gets open and missed in the mid-range area. Conti brings the ball down the floor, finds the ball in the corner, and that's a beautiful pass out of it to number 5, Justin.
Shot missed 7, defensive.
And that's a Waverley Falcons ball.
Pushing us together, checking back in the game for the Falcons is number 1, Tegan Cunningham.
Tegan Cunningham back in the game for Kelly Bowen.
And Daniel Tegan Cunningham just finishing his season with the Melbourne Demons in AFLW.
She is. She had a great year with the Demons this year. I'm not exactly sure how many goals she kicked, but she kicked quite a few goals in the end.
Yeah. It's good to have her back in the side for the Waverley Falcons. Big asset for them.
It is. It definitely has been her debut back this week.
Yep.
After a couple of weeks off. It's really important for the Falcons to have her back in the game.
Offensive foul called on at number 23 for the Falcons, Renee.
And that's an offensive foul called on Renee Mocky.
That's her first personal foul, 4th team foul for the Falcons. Luella Tomlinson checks out of the game.
The Tigers will take the ball on the baseline. Ball hits the wing with Brianna Gray into the post. Nick Conti comes off it to the open 3. And there's a foul call being called on Michaela Miller.
Foul called on at number 22 for the Falcons, Michaela Miller. That's her first.
And that's 5 fouls for the Falcons over the foul limit there, so Tigers will go to the line for 2.
Nick Conti to the line.
Coming up for Monique Conti.
And Renee Conti, a very good young talent out of Melbourne Tigers junior program. She's been a part of the Melbourne Boomers for the past 2 years, and is also is another one of a basketball convert to the WAFL. She plays with the Western Bulldogs and won the Rising Star for the Bulldogs this year. Bree Bishop on the wing, comes up short. Michaela Miller with the rebound, back up high. Midjovic on the wing for the open 3, no good.
Offensive 23.
And rebounding by the Falcons just there, Ryan.
And Renee grabbing the rebound again on the offensive end.
Beautiful work by the Falcons to stay aggressively after the ball right there.
And Tigers bringing it up the floor.
Brianna Gray with it in the block, back out to Monique Conti. Casey Burnham with the screen. They look for it in the post as she goes to work. And she just misses off the backboard. Offensive rebound into the reverse layup and a foul call for an and 1 possession.
The basket will count. The foul called on at number 23 for the Falcons of Renee Mochiski.
And Daniel, just those last couple of plays from either team, a couple of offensive rebounds. Both teams probably need to tighten up on defence, try and cancel out a couple of those scores. Falcons now down 14-15 with 1:10 left in the first quarter.
Very true, Ryan. With the Tigers, they're a very high-paced offense, and they can score quickly, as we've just noticed in the last minute, going from 12-6 with 3 minutes on the clock to now being 15-14 with a minute to go. The Tigers can really score the ball really quickly. Brandon Bishop on the wing, Michaela Miller up top with the ball. Midjovic catches the ball on the high, and she makes the post entry to Renee Mocky. She comes up short. Tegan Cunningham with the rebound, back up, and good, and one opportunity.
Tegan Cunningham will go to the line for one bonus for a three-point play. And Nia Locke and Kelly Bowen checking back into the game for the Falcons.
Tegan Cunningham to the line for one. And she's good. Substitution, we have Luella Tomlinson coming in for Casey Burton. Tomlinson with the ball to Conti for the three, and she's good. And Brianna Bishop bringing the ball back down the floor for the Falcons. Locke gets the catch open on the three-point line. No good.
And Tegan Cunningham with another rebound there on the offensive end.
I'll tell you what, she's rebounding well early, isn't she, Ryan?
Yeah, she is, with 8 seconds left on the shot clock.
Ball goes out of bounds, must have been tipped off the hand by Monique Conti.
6 seconds left on the shot clock for the Falcons. See what they can do here. Down by 117 to 18 with 13 seconds left.
Bishop touches high, there's 5 left on the clock. What can she do here? And it's a turnover for the Falcons, 24-second violation.
And 6 seconds left for the Tigers to take the ball up the floor and get a good look at the basket.
Tigers pushing the ball down the floor. And it goes off the leg.
And that is Falcons ball with 0.5 of a second left. Down by 1 point. Tegan Cunningham going to take the pass.
So that's the end of the first quarter here at Waverley, 18-17 in favour of the Tigers after the first quarter.
Waverley Falcons 17. During our quarter-time break, we've got a little...
Okay, after the first quarter, key statistical performance for the Falcons. Tegan Cunningham, 5 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist. We have Renee Mockey with 4 points, 4 rebounds. And we have Kelly Bowen with 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal in that opening quarter. For the Tigers, we have Monique Conti, 100% from the field so far over the opening quarter, 7 points in total. What's your thoughts, Ryan, after the first quarter? What are you feeling?
Falcons down by 1 point, 17-18. It's going to be a very tough game for either side. Just those offensive rebounds creating second chances points for both teams. So both teams probably need to shut down that. Falcons just didn't let Melbourne get a couple of those rebounds. Probably would have been in the Falcons' favour. Same the other way, if the Tigers didn't let the Falcons get a couple of rebounds, probably would have been more of a lead for the Tigers.
I'll tell you what, a key statistical part of the game so far is the points off turnovers. Waverley with 0 in that first quarter to Melbourne's 7. That's something the Tigers really want to take advantage of going into this, and that the Falcons will really want to pick up on after that first quarter. Play about to resume here at Waverley Basketball Stadium, and the Tigers have the ball. And it's a post catch to Tomlinson again. Ball now reversed back on the wing with Nick Conti to the high catch with Tomlinson, and Conti back open at the three-point line, and she is good again. Monique Conti now up to 10 points for the game. And Lisa Ewan checking into the game for the first time at the quarter break. Nia Locke for the three, and she's good. And Brianna Gray with the ball up high. She now puts the ball on the floor going baseline, and there is a foul call against the Falcons.
Foul called on number 5 for the Falcons.
And Daniel, that foul on number 5, Brianna Bishop. Her first personal.
After the first 3 games of the season, Ryan, what's your thoughts on Brianna Bishop? How you felt she's gone so far?
She's come in pretty close to the start of the season. I feel like she's gelled with the team pretty well. Been putting up not huge numbers, but contributing to the team pretty well. Just doing the little things that don't necessarily get on the stat sheet as well. She's just trying to contribute as much as she can to the Falcons.
And a breakdown for the Falcons there, leading to the open 3 to the miss. Tomlinson with the catch, and Conti comes off it. Looks good from the mid-range. High catch for Tegan Cunningham at the elbow. Nia Locke comes off the handoff into a ball screen from Kelly Bowen. Brianna Bishop back up the top with 7 on the shot clock. She puts the ball on the floor going to work with Nia Locke open on the 3-point line. She is good again.
Nia Locke back-to-back 3-pointers there, Daniel. Looking like she's getting a bit hot there.
I'll tell you, Ryan, it's nice for Ilya Polianis, the head coach of the Falcons, to have so much faith in this bench group for the Falcons women. I know how deep these girls go, and they're a very good team coming off the bench as well as their starting 5.
Yeah, it always helps having people like Nia Locke, Renee Mockey, and like people like Michaela Miller and Nia Locke also helping out with Lisa Ewan.
Post catch for Tomlinson there, and they lose number 7 for the
missed layup there by the Tigers, but an offensive rebound.
And Tomlinson open at the top. She's good.
And those offensive rebounds coming into play again, Daniel.
Kelly Bowen bringing the ball down the floor. Nia Locke with the wing catch, and Lisa Ewan running off the double screen. They find Kelly in the corner, and she is good. That's another 3 there for the Falcons. That's the 3rd consecutive 3-point shot in the quarter. Brianna Gray on the wing. She puts the ball on the floor. Open look for the Tigers, and that is good.
And Daniel, both teams coming into the second quarter shooting well.
I'll tell you what, has anyone missed yet, Ryan, in this quarter?
I don't reckon they have. Oh, there's the first miss by Nia Locke, but she gets fouled going for 2 shots.
And Molly Matthews with the foul there.
First team foul for the Tigers.
And we have a substitution. Casey Burden coming back in for Brianna Gray. Nia Locke good with the first free throw. And she goes 2 for 2. So the Falcons up 28-27. 7 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the second quarter. Casey Burden up on the 3-point line. She gets a good look and she makes it. Lisa Ewan now handling the ball. And they find Kylie Midjovic at the 3-point line. Back to Lisa Ewan on the wing with Nia Locke coming off it. Good look inside the key and just short. Luella Tomlinson bringing the ball down the floor to Casey Burden on the wing. They find Tomlinson back in the post and she goes to work at the basket. Nia Locke coming over and she kills at the basket for a nice and easy layup to end the possession. Good job. And Conti going baseline. Ball goes to the wing to an open 3, and it's good.
And Nylock
Nylock
getting out in transition. Just coming up short there.
And the Falcons have a breakdown there. Tomlinson getting open for the layup.
And that is a timeout called by Ilya Polianis for the Falcons, with the Tigers now up by 7 points, 30 to 37.
I feel like there's a couple things that Ilya wouldn't be happy with right now, Ryan.
Yeah.
The defensive intensity is probably the main thing that he wants to make sure that the girls are competing harder on each possession.
Yeah, a couple silly breakdowns there by the Falcons. Just getting rid of those couple points if they don't have those breakdowns. Bit of a closer game. Now they'll just have to claw their way back from this 7-point deficit that the Tigers have created.
And for the Tigers, they're, as saying in that first quarter, they're a very high-paced offensive team. So if the Tigers continue to get these open looks at the basket where Falcons have breakdowns, it's going to be a very easy scoring run for the Tigers. Play is about to commence after the timeouts from the Falcons. Let's see what they can bring after this time now.
And Daniel Falcon's ball on the baseline here. Let's see what they can create here. Try and get a score.
So Sam Donald back in the game right now. She brings the ball down the floor. Ball goes to the wing with Kelly Bowen. Back up high to Jess Bygate. And back to Sam Donald. They try and find the post coach for Tegan Cunningham as she goes to the basket. Good execution by the Falcons. They just come up short. Sam Donald stops the ball. And Monique Conti comes up short on that mid-range jumper.
And Kelly Bowen getting out in transition for the Falcons. And they've called that an offensive foul on Kelly Bowen.
Foul called on at number 9 for the Falcons, Kelly Bowen. That's her first personal foul, second team foul for the Falcons. Ollie Matthews checks out of the game, replaced by number 1, Brianna Gray.
Ball goes to the wing with Brianna Gray into the post with Tomlinson. Conti runs off it to the open mid-range jumper. And she's good again.
Conti, 2 points.
Kelly Bowen up high with the ball. Tegan out with it on the wing. She gets at the basket and she gets right at the rim for a layup. Hopefully that one gives her a bit of confidence though, Ryan, going into the...
Yeah, it will be good for the Falcons if Tegan Cunningham gets going. We know how lethal she can be with playing the last couple of years with the Falcons.
She's had a couple of great years, hasn't she, Ryan? She's coming off of last year or the season before being an All-Star 5 with the Big Z.
Yep.
She's been a very key contributor for the Falcons over the last 4 years.
She has, and with all the Falcons girls playing together for a long period of time, they're gelled together very well, and seeing them play this year in the NBL1 is very good. Hopefully they can get a couple wins here and hopefully make the playoffs.
Kelly Bowen now with the ball on the wing, and it's a turnover. Brianna Gray gets the steal. And another turnover back by the Tigers is now Falcons' ball.
And Renee Mocky checking into the game for Tegan Cunningham.
Sam Donald brings the ball down the floor. And they find the high post with Renee Mocky. And Carly Midjovic comes off of it. Ball high with Jess Bygate to the wing with Kelly Bowen. And Kelly puts the ball on the floor going to work. She just comes up short.
And Kelly grabbing the ball from the Tigers trying to keep it in bounds there. Got 14 on the shot clock.
Just by going in the middle and Manu Conti with the steal. And she's quick, isn't she, Ryan?
She is, she is.
Feeding everyone up the floor right there for the layup. Carly Midgewick over with the three, and she's good.
And that was with a hand in the face, Daniel. Bit of a lethal shooter from deep there.
And we've come accustomed to seeing that from Carly over her 2 years at Waverley, haven't we, Ryan?
We have. And her shooting is just very well for a big like her, and it's very helpful for the Falcons.
Brianna Gray comes off the screen. And here's a charge call. Renee Mock again in perfect position there to take the charge.
Number 1 for the Tigers, Brianna Gray. That's her first personal foul, third team foul for the Tigers. Substitutions for the Falcons.
And substitution, Tegan Cunningham in the game for Kelly Bowen. Tegan Cunningham with the ball on the wing to Sam Donald with the basket. She finds Renee Mockey, and Tomlinson defends that very well. Brianna Gray pushing the ball down the floor. And ball goes back high to Conti. Tomlinson with it, ball on the floor. And very well defended by the Falcons right there.
And Tegan Cunningham bringing the ball up for the Falcons. Pulling up for 2. And just missing, and the Tigers grab the rebound.
They bring the ball back down the floor. Brianna Gray on the wing. And they pull it back out to get a better possession. Tomlinson wants it in the post. Connie comes high with comes off the ball screen. And she's good from the mid-range.
Conti, 2 points.
Tegan Cunningham with the ball on the wing. She finds Renee Mockey at the basket.
And Renee Mockey missing that layup there, but she has a big mismatch in the post. So I'm sure the Falcons are going to look at that for a couple possessions, see if they can get a score.
Casey Burton back up high with the ball. Renegade comes off the ball screen. And they find Tomlinson in the post again. Open on the three-point line, Casey Burton, and she's good.
3 points, Casey Burton. Delay of game warning. Called and a substitution for the Tigers. Camilla Tomlinson checks out of the game, replaced by Molly Matthews.
And the Falcons bringing the ball back down the floor. Sam McDonald with it. Ball goes to the wing of Renee Mockey as they find Carly in the post. She goes to work and she finds Tegan at the basket. Beautiful offense there, Ryan.
And that is a nice find by Carly there for Tegan Cunningham for the open layup. Just so lethal having a big like that. They can put it on the floor in the post. Good passes like that and shoot threes.
I tell you what, Ryan, that's just the versatility of the Falcons, isn't it? Plenty of players being able to do different things on the floor. Same as Renee Mockey playing on the wing that possession. Midgevic with the rebound. Bygate's got the ball. She goes ahead to Tegan.
Oh, and a travelling violation called against Tegan Cunningham there. Tigers ball on the sideline with 31 seconds left in the second quarter.
And we have a substitution. Nia Locke and Kelly Bowen back in for Renee Mockey and Jess Bygate.
Timeout call, 31 seconds to play.
There is another timeout being called for the Tigers. I feel like this one is right.
Yeah, I think it is. Just 31 seconds left. Their ball just trying to get a good shot off before the end of the half.
And with 31 seconds left in the second quarter, Ryan, what's your feel for the game so far? Where do the Falcons need to hang their hat? What do they need to keep doing, and where do they need to improve?
Well, I feel like Falcons need to improve on defense a little bit more. Tigers have got some players that are catching fire now, and I feel like the Falcons aren't respecting them enough. So just get the defense up, and the Falcons just need to try and settle down on offense a bit more and get some better shots.
I feel like a big one for them as well, Ryan, is they've got a clear size advantage in this game.
Yeah.
I feel like the better looks they get around the basket through post patches and looks at the rim, that's the way they're going to fight back in this game.
And looking at the benches now as well, the Falcons have 11 players or 10 players on the bench. The Tigers only have 8. So that could come in handy at the end with the Tigers getting a bit tired. So the Falcons got to try and use that as well, I reckon.
Got to try and push the ball a little bit, you feel, Ryan? That's where the Falcons need to improve.
Yep, just try and get the Tigers to run out their legs before the end of the game. And 30 seconds left as the ball goes in play for the Tigers.
Casey Burton with it on the ring to Tomlinson in the post. They have Conti coming back off of that high pick.
And a travelling violation there, Daniel, against the Tigers. Falcons ball with 21 seconds left in the second quarter. And you'd think they'd try and get the last shot of the half here, Daniel.
Sam Donald with the ball as she brings the ball up the floor. We've got 8 seconds on it. Tegan coming in with the ball to Sam Donald. Nylock for the open 3. And she's good again. And massive 3 for the Falcons right there, Ryan.
And Daniel Nylock hitting 3 threes, I believe, there in that second quarter, coming up big from the bench from the Falcons. That's a handy 9 points there, at least from Nylock, to help out the Falcons there.
Okay, we are now at half-time. We now have our 10-minute break. We will be back shortly with the key statistically performers over the first half and a couple little game notes about what's gone on so far. We'll check in soon. Okay, so back with 2 minutes left at the halftime break. Key statistical performers so far for the Falcons are Nia Locke with 13 points off the bench. She's been great, playing only 5 minutes and 40 seconds, having 13 points, 4 of 7 from the field. That's a great contribution off the bench so far for Nia Locke. Tegan Cunningham also with an efficient 9 points, 4 of 8 shooting, 17 minutes on the floor. Still with the only 4 rebounds, same as that first quarter, but she's had a key impact coming back off of a break with the WAFL team. For the Melbourne Tigers, Monique Conti with 16. She's played 19 minutes so far. She's 6 of 9 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and also we have Luella Tomlinson with 6.6 rebounds as well. Casey Burton with 9 points, 3 of 6 from the field, 17 minutes and 30 seconds on the floor so far. I'll tell you what, Ryan, the Tigers still being aggressive in the transition, getting up and down the floor, getting more transition points than the Falcons again that quarter.
Yep.
Where's the game at the moment? How do the Falcons get back into this one, being down 6 at half time?
Being down at 6 at half, just feel like the Falcons need to stop the Tigers in transition. That's where they're getting a lot of their points from. Just trying to shut down Monique Conti. She's probably the Tigers' leading scorer.
Yep.
Got 16 at the half. If we got to try and win, we got to try and slow her down. She's playing really well this game.
I'll tell you what, I think a big thing for the Falcons right now is the conversion around the rim. I think the more point paints they get, the points in the paint they get right now is going to be really beneficial going forward. They have the clear size advantage, especially with Midgevic, Bygate, Bowen and Cunningham. They really should be taking key advantage inside the paint against these guys.
And I feel like a couple of times in the paint there, the Falcons could almost be in the lead after missing a few shots in the paint there just towards the end. It could be even a draw, or they could even be in the lead. It's a very 50-50 game here at the moment at Waverley Basketball Stadium.
Okay, so we're about to tip off with the second half with the Falcons with the ball. Sam Donald has just received the ball just inside the half-court line. She comes off Tegan Cunningham, rolling into the paint. She catches the ball, and they look for the open 3 with Bygate, and she's good. That's a great start for the Falcons after half-time.
And Daniel, Tegan Cunningham making a play out of the post there to an open 3 from Jess Bygate. We need to see more of that from the Falcons.
And we spoke about it in the first half about how many versatile players they have that can pass the ball out of the paint. That's something that they need to keep trying to do. The more paint touches to open shots from the perimeter they get, the better.
Absolutely, and a violation there from the Tigers turning into Falcons ball with Sam Donald taking control of the play here.
Sam Donald puts the ball on the floor. She finds Tegan inside the paint to the open, and she gets a foul call against Brianna Gray.
The foul call on number 1, Brianna Gray for the Tigers. That's her second personal foul, first team foul for the Tigers.
And Tegan Cunningham to the line for 2.
And just rimming out there on the first shot by Tegan Cunningham.
And she's good with the second.
She makes the second. It's back to a 2-point ball game.
Monique Conti brings the ball down the floor. And Kelly Wellman putting pressure up high. And it's Molly Matthews. Tomlinson with the post catch. And she tries to go to work on Bygate. No good. Midgevic with the rebound. Sam Donald gets the ball and they push the ball down the floor. Falcons on the run.
And a tough screen by Jess Bygate
and they get a good open look from the 3-point line. Kelly Bowen just coming up short on that one.
And Daniel, just the physicality the Waverley Falcons women's play.
And the Tigers run the floor beautifully there, Ryan, getting to the open layup.
This is what we're talking about. The Tigers getting out and playing. This is what the Falcons need to stop. How they're going to get back in the game, just stopping the Tigers' transition bucket.
Midgevic with the ball on the wing. And Bygate now with the eye. Sam Don on the wing to Tegan Cunningham in the block. Kelly Bowen gets another open look at the 3-point line, and it's no good again. Monique Conti doing a lot of the work for the Tigers right now. Bringing the ball down the floor, being a massive scoring punch. Tomlinson with the ball on the block, and she faces up. And Bargate jumps to the open shoulder.
Noella Tomlinson, 2 points.
And it's back out to 6 points. Melbourne Tigers on 50 to 44 for the Falcons. Sam Donald at the rim for the foul call.
2 shots coming up.
Sam Donald heading to the free throw line. The foul called on number 14 for the Tigers, Monique Conti.
And the foul call on Monique Conti.
Second team foul for Tigers.
I tell you what, Ryan, I think the Falcons would love to get Monique Conti in some foul trouble early here, trying to get some possessions with her out of the game.
Yeah, I reckon Monique Conti being a big contributor for the Tigers. Just give those couple minutes with her off the court for the Falcons to try and get out and run and get a couple buckets in their favour. Down by 6 at the moment.
And Sam Donald misses the second free throw. Tomlinson up into the ball screen, Conti comes off of it. She looks to attack, she kicks the ball on to Molly Matthews. And Monique Conti open in the 3-point line, she misses.
Another
Long
offensive rebound there.
And they move the ball, Casey Burton with a 1-dribble pull-up. No good.
And Sam Donald bringing up the ball for the Falcons here.
To the wing to Midjovic, she shoots. No good. Ball moves well around the perimeter for the Tigers. Burton puts it on the floor, she finds Matthews middle. She comes up short. Sam Don with the ball, she finds Bargate. And off hands from the Tigers.
And Nia Locke checking into the game for the Falcons. Subbing off Callie Bowen. And Daniel Nylock checking back into the game. Ilya probably looking for those first couple minutes like she was in the first half to repeat here.
Yeah, she was fantastic in that first half, Ryan. Really scoring the ball well, really giving the Falcons a really key performance off the bench right now. Her 13 points in that first quarter were massive for the Falcons. There's also another foul call on the Tigers right there. Molly Matthews picking up the foul.
Substitutions for the Falcons.
Ball taken on the baseline for the Falcons.
Replacing Sam Donald.
14 on the shot clock right now. Backstreet from Nylock. And they find her on the wing. Turnover from Nylock. Actually tries to take a skip pass. Vernon catches it. Brianna Bishop forces it to the baseline. And Tegan Cunningham really doing good work on Conti right now about how she defends her.
And an open 3 for the Tigers there in the corner.
And it's good.
And just on that double team there in the tight D by Tegan, and Monique Conti just finding a way to get out of it. Just providing so much for the Tigers offense here at the moment.
And now Bargo with the ball up high. Brianna Bishop now catches. And Tegan Cunningham now with the ball at the free throw line. She finds Bargate on the block. And she throws up a hook, just missing. Nylock stops the ball with Casey Burnham bringing it down. Ball gets reversed back to Conti at the high. Burnham on the wing to Tomlinson in the post. And Conti comes off that one. He's off hands from Tegan Cunningham, forcing it out of bounds. Conti comes off it again. Tomlinson with the open 2. And she misses. Cunningham pushing the ball down the floor. What options does she have? She has Nia in the corner. Nia with the open 3. No good. Tegan doing all she can to rebound the ball.
And these offensive rebounds again, Daniel. 2 there by the Falcons, but Jess Bargate just comes short on that layup.
The Falcons do well there to get the stop. Brianna Bishop with the ball. Midjovic puts it on the floor, going middle. And it is a turnover from the Falcons. Ref saying ball came off the knee.
Checking back into the game is Kelly
It is out now to 9 points for the Tigers, 53 to 44.
And for the Falcons there, Jess Bygate and Tegan Cunningham taking a seat on the bench for the Falcons.
Brownie Bishop works the ball up the floor. They find in the place of Tomlinson again.
And a turnover there by the Tigers, turning into a Falcons ball on the baseline.
And Brianna Bishop will get the ball as she brings it down. Let's see what she can make out of this possession. Ball goes to wing to Nia Locke. Kelly Bowen with it high. Brianna Gray makes a gamble. Conti with the ball. Brianna Gray now with it on the wing. They make the post catch again to Tomlinson. Ball goes to the open wing on the three. No good. But a no board for the Tigers. Falcons do well here to double team the post. And it's a travelling violation against the Tigers. Brianna Bishop brings the ball down the floor. Kelly Bowen makes her cut through the key. They find it high to Mijovic. Bowen comes off the handoff to the open shot.
Shot missed, 9.
No good.
Turnaround jump shot, rebound.
And it is Tigers ball again on the baseline here, Ryan.
Yes, it is. And Monique Conti once again bringing the ball up for the Tigers.
I tell you what, she handles a lot of the ball for the Tigers, doesn't she?
She does. And the Falcons down by 9 here against the Tigers.
Tomlinson with the middle catch. They find the back door again.
Angeles, 2 points.
Mocky at the high. Pump fake to Bishop. And Bishop good with the 2.
Don't worry about the amendments moment. We're going to quarter time of the next game. I'm going to play a game with some kids. When you reach up, you've got your wireless microphones and orange chips.
And it is Falcons ball again on the baseline right now. After turnover from the Tigers.
What are you looking for? The wireless mic with the orange bit on the end?
Brianna Bishop with the ball.
Sure, thank you. If it's not loud enough, there's a little button down there that says wireless mic.
Kelly Bond comes off the handoff.
See how it goes.
And a bad turnover there for the Falcons. Ball goes to wing to Brianna Gray, back up to Conti. Back to Brianna Gray. And to Tomlinson on the high elbow. They find Burton in the corner.
3-point
No good.
shot missed by rebound.
And that is off hands by the Tigers, leading to the Falcons ball. Ball's now back in play for Brianna Bishop. They look for the ball inside to Carly, and she misses around the basket.
And Daniel, another miss by the Falcons in the paint there. Just going to come to the end of the game, and if they lose this, they'll be looking at all these missed slabs that they could have converted.
100% now, Ryan. I think there's a little bit of frustration from the missed layups, but if the Falcons continue to get these layups right now, I like their chance to claw this one back in.
And Tegan Cunningham checking into the game for Carly Mijovic here with 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
And the Falcons right now set up in a zone, trying to defend the middle of the paint with these post catches and stuff like that. That Tomlinson's getting easy looks and being able to make plays off. And there has been an offensive foul for number 23, Molly Matthews. It is now Falcons ball.
And Renee Mockey just demonstrating the importance of a box out there. Tigers trying to get over the top of Renee there, but the box out stopped it, and a foul against the Tigers, and now Falcons ball at the top.
Kelly Bowen catches high, she puts the ball on the floor, and she just misses a layup through heavy contact. And it is a travelling violation called against the Falcons.
All right, Waverley fans, make some noise here for your Falcons. 1 minute 43 to play in the third quarter.
Casey Burton checking back in for Molly Matthews right now. Falcons seem to be set up in this zone action again, trying to protect the middle of the paint against middle catches. Brianna Gray, she has the ball on the wing. Ball goes back high to Conti and ball reversal. Tomlinson catches, she gets the open look at the top. Tegan Cunningham does a great job to get a piece of that. And a bad turnover there by the Falcons, missing a conversion on the layup. Good D there by the Falcons as Kelly comes down with the board. She passes to Brianna Bishop as she brings the ball down the floor. The Falcons now running into offence.
And 1 minute to play in the third quarter here. And Renee Mockey in the post.
And another turnover there for the Falcons, another travel call.
And a timeout called there by the Melbourne Tigers, Daniel. And I still see the score 46-55 in the Tigers' favour, still up by 9 points. I don't reckon there's been a score for a couple of minutes here.
I think the big thing right now, Ryan, is the Falcons just don't seem to be executing underneath the basket. I think the big thing right now is if they start to convert on these layups right now, they're right back in this game.
Absolutely, 100%. But the Tigers also doing a great job on the defensive end to making them missing these open shots under the ring, just applying that defensive pressure.
So we're now almost at the end of the third quarter of our NBL1 women's game. At the conclusion of this game, we'll have a brief intermission of where the men's team will warm up. They will then take the court against the Melbourne Tigers men's competition. Both teams going very well over these first couple of rounds. This should be a game that you don't want to miss. So stay tuned and be ready for that one.
And Monique Conti once again bringing up the ball for the Tigers with 45 seconds left.
Falcons now back to that man-to-man action. Tigers try to find the ball in the post with Casey Burton. She goes to work through the middle and she's in. Brianna Bishop pushing the ball down the floor. And the foul call on Monique Conti. That right now, Ryan, I feel like he's
Foul called on number 14 for the Tigers, Monique Conti. That's her second personal foul, fifth team foul for the Tigers.
And Monique Conti's foul there with 26 seconds left in the fourth has picked up the Tigers' fifth team foul, sending Brianna Bishop to the line. And she's good on the first. And she converts on both free throws there. And the game clock just separating from the shot clock here with about 2.2 seconds.
Back to the zone action for the Falcons right now. Monique Conti wants to get a good look for the last possession. She finds Tomlinson in the post. She goes through the middle. That's a good look for the Tigers, but she comes up short.
And Kelly Bowen shoots from half court and just misses. And that brings up the third quarter with the score 48-57 in the Tigers' favour with a 9-point lead.
for the Falcons right now, Ryan. They just seemed a little bit rough on offense on that possession.
Yep.
I think the more that they can get fine-tune their offensive game from it, I feel like they're going to be able to come up with big possessions each time down.
And there was just a couple minutes there where the Falcons were a bit lost on offense with a couple travelling violations called against them. Just heading into this fourth quarter, down by 9, they just need to stay composed. They know their structure works as it has the past couple seasons in the Big V, so they just need to believe in that if they play well.
So key statistical performance for the Falcons again over that quarter. Dean Cunningham now with 10 and 6. Nylock still with the 13. Kelly Bowen with 7, 6 and 3. I feel like if they get these types of plays going right now, Ryan, they're in a good position.
Yeah, 100%. It's a close game at the moment. 9 points, so we'll just see what happens going into this fourth quarter.
And statistical performance for the Melbourne Tigers. Conti still with 16. Casey Byrne now with 11. And Althea Angus with 10 points. And 7 rebounds. Very good for a guard out of the Melbourne Tigers.
And Daniel, just looking at the 5 that's going to start the last quarter here for the Falcons, Ilya having enormous trust in the bench here with only having 2 starters on to start the last quarter with Brianna Bishop, Renee Mokshitsky and Lisa Ewan all starting with the starters on the bench for the Falcons.
And that just comes back to the depth of the Falcons, Ryan. I feel like the depth of the Falcons is really good for the team, for the league. I think the more that they can sort of even this balance out of the minutes and have everyone running with 100% when on the floor, they're going to be in a good position in this one.
100%. Let's see how they go. Fourth quarter just started.
Casey Burton up high, now the jump back on. And Conti back with the ball up high. She puts the ball on the floor to Brianna Gray, and ball goes to Tomlinson as she makes the play. And another travel call. I'll tell you what, Ryan, we've been dynamite with those ones tonight, haven't we?
I know both teams picking up a lot of travel calls with adding up a lot of turnovers for either team.
And now the Falcons back on possession with the ball. Renee Mocky with it. Cunningham finds Carly's player with the screen.
And Carly Mijovic with a mismatch in the key there. But Lisa Ewan from the 3.
Just comes up short.
Brianna Bishop holding the Tigers up on defense with the Falcons going to a 2-3 zone once again. No doubt trying to get a couple stops here, Daniel, to get themselves back in the game.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, especially with the size advantage, that can really clog the paint right now, the Falcons. So that's something that Coach Ilya Polianis is looking to do. The less points inside the paint, the better they're going to be.
Carly Mijovic in the post.
And she's good from the mid-range.
And that jab step there, Daniel, in the mid-range, and then that shot from the mid-range, just so lethal for a big play, big to do that.
I'll tell you what, Ryan, how great is it to have a 6'4" centre for a women's team that can also step out, shoot the 3, put the ball on the floor, and use her footwork to go and get scores.
It is normally in a women's team, if they had someone big, they would just be doing stuff in the post. But Carly, with her outside shooting and her mobility, just adds so much more for the Falcons lineup here.
And Mijovic over at the top. That's a good look. She just comes up short. She hasn't had many looks like that tonight, Ryan.
No, she hasn't. That is off Tigers' hands. Falcons ball on the base.
Out of bounds, Falcons ball.
Ball goes ahead to Tegan Cunningham on the wing. Brianna Bishop cuts off it. She gets a good look from the mid-range. And that's a good make right there. And the Falcons just steadily trying to peg back at this lead right now. Just trying to get a couple of easy scores each possession, right?
Exactly. With Monique Conti getting that semi-open shot there for the Tigers.
She finds Mocky inside. And there's a lot of contact on that one around the rim. Foul on Luella.
The foul called on number 2, Luella Tomlinson. That's her second personal foul. First team foul for the Tigers in the final quarter.
Renee Mocky to the line right there. She's good on the first. And she's 2 for 2 on that particular foul line. Lead back to 6 points for the Tigers. Ball versus the country on the wing. He makes the skip to Brianna Gray to Tomlinson.
And that backdoor cut just worked a couple times for the Tigers. Daniel, I feel like the Falcons would have looked at that through the first 3 quarters and realised they needed to shut that off, but just getting through that again.
And the loose ball foul there against Lisa Ewan. On the right
Number
ball.
24 for the Falcons, Lisa Ewan. That's her first personal foul, first team foul for the Falcons.
Falcons back to this zone action again, Ryan. Do they sit in this for the rest of the match?
It's a bit of a tough call here for Coach Ilya Polianis to make. Down by 6 points. You'd feel like if it keeps working for them, they'd keep going for a little bit and off Renee Mocky there for the Tigers ball. And Callie Bowen and Jess Bygate checking into the game. And Lisa Ewan and Renee taking a sit on the bench.
Ball well scored high, Conti on the wing, goes to Tomlinson in the post. The ball comes back out of Burton. Brianna Gray puts the ball on the floor. And they double down on the post catch against Tomlinson. Team Cunningham pick up the foul.
And Daniel, I know you're head coach of the Waverley Youth League men this year. Just how you asked me about the question about what the Falcons should do on defence, what's your call on that?
I think as long as the zone action's working, Ryan, you run with it. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw Ilya Polianis come out of this zone towards the last sort of 3 minutes of the game to try and get up the floor and try and get a couple easy deflections in the full court and try and get some layups. But hey, while the zone action works and they're getting stops, I'd stick with the zone as much as possible in the half court.
And an open 3 for the Tigers there, but Tegan Cunningham coming up with the defensive rebound.
And a turnover by Sam Donald. Casey Burton now attacks, she puts the ball on the floor.
And good hands there by Tegan, but they are foul on Callie Bowen.
Foul called on number 9.
And that will be the Falcons' 3rd team foul with still 6 minutes left in the final quarter, which could be a big contributor towards the end of the game here, Daniel.
It definitely could be. They need to stay out of foul trouble for the next couple of minutes because there's nothing worse, especially going in the last quarter with 3 minutes to go and there's no fouls left to give. Sam Donald gets beat off the dribble through the middle. So the open layup at the middle of the basket.
2 points.
Double high ball scoring here for the Falcons. Midjovic comes off of it, they look at it. And Tegan Cunningham with a catch middle, she goes to work. And it's a layup in for the Falcons.
Here we go, Daniel. That nice move there by Tegan in the post. Down by 6. The Falcons need a couple more of those and a couple defensive stops here.
And they stay with this zone action here again, Ryan. They're really sticking with it right now, trying to clog the paint as much as possible.
Yeah, but it seems to be working at the moment, so getting a couple stops in a row and just get a couple more scores and they'll be right back in it.
Burton in the corner, looks good, comes up short.
And Daniel, can I just say these offensive rebounds from either team are being huge tonight. At 3/4 time, there were 23 offensive rebounds combined for each team, and I feel like there's been 3 or 4 offensive boards in this last quarter.
Exactly right, Ryan. See, Tegan Cunningham going to work on the block. A lot of contact through that one that she misses. Burton with the ball. Does that make the reversal? Tomlinson with the post catch.
And good hands there by Callie Bowen, deflected off her.
10 seconds left on the shot clock here, Ryan.
Yes, you got to think what the Tigers are going to try and do here. Go for a good layup at the bucket or try to get a 3-pointer here.
And the reversal to the open 3, no good. Bowen with the rebound, she pushes the ball down the floor. She looks at her options, she goes to the rim. And the ball gets knocked out of bounds by Tomlinson. Ball with the ball and she gets the foul call.
Heading to the free throw line, shooting 2. The foul call on number 14 for the Tigers, Lenny Conti. That's her third personal foul.
And Daniel, just under 5 minutes to play. Falcons down by 8. These are crucial free throws for Kelly Bowen to make here.
100% Ryan. Yeah, she's usually pretty reliable from the line as she makes her first. And Kelly goes 2 from 2 from the line right there. Go straight back to that zone action again. Coach Polianis really liking this zone action right now about how they can defend inside the paint. Great hands by Tegan Cunningham then, and thrown back into Luella Tomlinson.
And Monique Conti with the ball in her hands again here, Daniel, with a floater. But rebounded by
Great
Tegan.
defense by the Falcons as they run the transition. Turn over by Tegan Cunningham. Sam Donald defends well on the block. Tomlinson looks at it.
That's great D by the Falcons, clogging up the paint there. And a turnover by the Tigers.
And they're really doing well in this zone right now, Ryan. They're really sticking with it. Any middle penetration, they're doing well on defending.
Yeah, it always helps in our women's team when you're nice and long and big with a timeout called by the Falcons there. You'd think if it keeps working like the zone has, that Coach Polianis and the coaching staff for the Falcons will keep staying with it.
So this time out here, Ryan, what's your thoughts? What's Coach Polianis going over right now?
Well, Falcons down by 6. Falcons coaching staff probably just looking to talk to their players, tell them to just stick to structure, keep going with this zone, see how they go. And then on the Tigers sort of things, just try to do well against the zone. They haven't done too well in this last quarter against it. Just to try and beat it, get a couple open looks. And just with their offense and defense, they just got to keep going the way they are.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a little bit more energy coming out this time out from the Falcons, Ryan.
Yep.
Pushing the ball down the floor, trying to get up and down, trying to get last when we can.
Yeah.
If they stay with this zone action, I reckon they'll look to be a bit more aggressive with it about how they defend and try and get hands.
Yeah, with just over 4 minutes to go, Falcons down by 6, as I said before. They need to try and get some stops here in a row, be active on defense, try and startle the Tigers a fair bit, try and get them to do a couple lazy turnovers, and then they just got to try and convert on the offensive end. With the Falcons ball here, Jess Bygate passing the ball into Sam Donald.
Okay, game has resumed. Sam Donald back with the ball, bringing it down the floor. Kelly Bowen with the catch. She looks to get the post catch. They get it to her as she goes to the rim, and beautiful execution there by the Falcons, right?
And Daniel, that experience there by Kelly Bowen just helped her a little bit extra in that situation there. And that is Falcons ball. Oh no, off Kelly Bowen's hands there, the referee called.
Changes his mind and pulls it back to the Tigers ball.
And that would have been huge for the Falcons, down by 4 with their ball. But Tigers have the ball here.
I like the fight that I'm seeing right now from the Falcons, Ryan.
Yeah, they're very long at the moment with all 4 of their bigs on. But Monique Conti still getting an offensive rebound and an open 3. But just missing, and Falcons ball on the side.
Yeah, this right now is where I feel like the experience and the depth of the Falcons is really going to potentially pay off if they can really start to contribute and try and find stuff inside the paint. Beautiful pass inside the key to Tegan to an open 3. And Mitrovic is good on that one. Lead back to just 1 for the Tigers.
And Daniel, I don't know how the Tigers got lost there on defense, leaving Carly open in the corner for an open 3-pointer and connecting on that. And the Falcons now down by 1 with 3 minutes to play in the final term.
Falcons being very active in this zone right now, Ryan. Plenty of hand pressure on the ball, plenty of pressure on the post catch. They're doing really well on that defensive end.
And that is a shot clock violation against the Tigers. And the Falcons doing what they wanted, getting a couple stops in a row. And a score from the 3-point line from Carly. And you can feel if the Falcons get a score here, it's a big change here.
Sam Donald gets the ball and down. She puts the ball on the floor nice and aggressively. Tegan Cunningham catches, she goes to the middle, and the foul call against number 14, Monique Conti.
And Daniel, we were talking about early foul trouble for the Falcons. They haven't picked a foul up from the 6-minute mark, so that's going to come in handy for them.
Substitution for the Tigers. Altea Angeles checks into the game, replacing Molly Matthews.
Ball comes inbound to Sam Donald. Jess Bygate on the wing. They look for Tegan Cunningham. And there's another turnover there for the Falcons just when they start to get a run. Another turnover, which has been the one key aspect of the game that they really would like to improve on. Brianna Gray with the ball. Brianna Gray at the rim. Midgie does a great job to contest that one.
And Carly just so big under the ring there for the Falcons. And a foul there on the Tigers as Callie Bowen was pushing the ball.
And we spoke earlier about the foul trouble for the Falcons. Ryan, now it's the other way around.
Yeah, with that foul there, the Tigers are on 4 personal fouls. With the Falcons passing the ball in.
Ball goes to Tegan Cunningham. She dribbles around the perimeter. Ball goes back to Sam Donald. She puts the ball on the floor at the rim, and she gets a foul call at the basket. 2 shots for Sam Donald.
And Daniel, these 2 shots are big here for the Falcons, down by 1 point with just over 2 minutes to play. You feel if Sam Donald hits both of these, it's a big swing in the way of the game will go with the Falcons pulling away.
Well, right now, I feel the mindset for the Falcons is that as long as she makes one right here, Ryan, they're right back where they want to be. From where they were at the 3-quarter time break, and now they're back pretty much even. With 2 minutes to go, they can really feel like they can go and pinch this one.
Yeah, 100%. And the Melbourne Tigers staff calling a timeout there, not happy with the way they're playing as the Falcons are going on a bit of a run here, just trying to stem the flow as the Falcons go for shots for the lead. Daniel, 2 minutes to play. What's your opinion on the way the game will go at the moment?
Right now, I'm liking the depth of the Falcons. I'm liking how much they've been able to rotate through their bench, how much they've been able to sort of move the ball and get key performances. And Nia Lock off the bench has been massive so far with their 13 points to keep the scoreboard ticking over. I'd like to see the ball go into the post to continue to get those post catches for the Falcons. The more they get those post catches, Ryan, I like their chances of winning this one.
Yep, and just looking at the times that the Melbourne Tigers players have played, they had 2 people out of their 8 players haven't touched the court yet. So that means they're going through their starting 5 and 1 player on the bench a lot, and that means everyone's getting very tired. And with all of the Falcons players getting on the court, all 10 of them, you can feel like that energy is going to be a big difference towards the end of the game.
Okay, as plays about to resume, we have Sam Donald back at the line. And the mindset right now, Ryan, is that, of course, we want to make both free throws, but as long as we make one, we're in a good position.
Exactly, even if Sam makes one, which she just did, making the scores level, that is still a huge bucket getting level here. And let's see if she can make the second.
And 2 for 2, so the Falcons now back in the lead at the scoring.
And that is huge, and if the Falcons get a stop here, it is a whole different ball game.
Plenty of activity for the Falcons on the defensive end right now. They stay with that zone action.
That is great D by the Falcons there. Good help from Tegan.
And they have hands to the 3-point shot. And Conti just makes a big shot right there.
And Daniel, I was just thinking to myself, I can feel Monique Conti going big here in the last 2 minutes, stepping up for her team and just draining a deep 3, putting them up by 3. 3 is huge.
Ball goes to Tegan on the wing. She shoots a 3, and she just comes up short. Casey Durden bringing the ball down the floor. And Brianna Gray on the wing with the ball. Ball goes to Tomlinson in the post. They try to get that back cut action again, Ryan. We've seen that plenty of times tonight, haven't we?
Yeah, it's worked a couple times for them, but not on that possession with the Falcons locking up and going to a man here. And that is a foul on Tegan Cunningham. The Falcons' 4th team foul.
On at number 1 for the Falcons, Tegan Cunningham. That's That's her third personal foul.
And that is Tegan's
Team
third
foul for the
personal
Falcons.
with a minute to go.
And Daniel, this is a big defensive possession here for the Falcons.
So they've gone back to the man-to-man here, Ryan. I think the coach Polianis has been worried about Conti getting open on the three-point line.
And good D there by Sam Donald with a nice little block there with Tigers ball.
On that one, doesn't he?
12 yards to make some noise here. Let's go Falcons, let's go. Let's go Falcons, let's go.
And Conti back with the ball up high.
And that is an unsportsmanlike foul against Tegan Cunningham. That is a huge call there by the official.
Tegan Cunningham called for the unsportsmanlike foul.
Daniel, what do you think of that call for the unsportsmanlike against Tegan?
Personal foul.
It's a hard one, Ryan, especially at this time of the game with 53 seconds left. The umpires, especially with the league and the rule changes in FIBA basketball, it's a different rule nowadays about how they have to call stuff in the last minute. Anything that's not on the ball has to be called unsportsmanlike.
100%. And with Monique Conti taking these 2 free throws, you feel like she's going to make the second. Actually has the first. And she does. And of course, the Tigers get the ball back. So this is a big swing in momentum here, going in the way of the Tigers, up by 4 points, 65 to 69. And the Tigers have 14 on the shot clock.
Ball gets inbounded. They put the ball on the floor. Sam Donald plays.
That's a foul on Sam Donald.
That'll lead to 2 shots again, Ryan. Now being over the south end for the Falcons.
Yeah, these fouls, getting 2 shots here for the Tigers. You feel like the Falcons are trying to get them to miss 1 or 2 and then go down the other end and score. These foul shots are also very crucial for the Tigers here, connecting on the first.
And she goes 2 for 2 from the line right now.
And Daniel, that makes it very hard for the Falcons here, down by 6 with 45 seconds left. And players all over the floor with desperation for the ball, and jump ball going the way of the Falcons. And that is a timeout called by Coach Polianis and the Falcons with 41 seconds to play, and the Falcons down by 6 points.
So what's his mindset right now? What's Coach Polianis' mindset right now, Ryan? What's he trying to get out of this timeout?
Well, 41 seconds, down by 6 points. You can't see the Falcons having to wait the whole 24 seconds to try and get a stop. You'd have to think trying to get up and in, try and get a turnover off the inbound pass here. That will be huge in the Falcons here, trying to get that stop, that 5-second violation, or a transition bucket off the inbound. What about you, Daniel? What do you think?
I feel like he's going to try and get some quick shots up.
Yeah.
Right now, 41 seconds. We can't be trying to run the clock out and trying to get too many possessions off of it. The quicker shots we can get and get up the floor defensively in the pool. I'm saying they'll try and get the Tigers to the foul line and try and get the ball back as much as possible.
Of course, and if the Falcons get a quick stop here, their whole 5 is able to shoot the 3 ball, so that could also come in crucial here.
So play's about to commence here at Waverley Basketball Club with 41 seconds on the clock. Down 6 for the Falcons against the Tigers right now. Then they get some quick baskets to try and get back in this game.
And Daniel, both teams in the penalty here, so any foul is 2 shots for the opposition.
Sam Donald catches high. Claiborne runs over, Tegan on the wing. She shoots the ball, and she just comes up short. Jess Bargo with the rebound to Kelly Bowen, and it's good!
And a chance for a 4-point play by Callie Bowen with an extremely big 3-point shot in the corner for the Falcons.
And there's been a foul call on the Tigers on the rebound. That means Waverley Falcons will get the ball back again.
And they will have 2 shots with Tegan Cunningham shooting them from the line. And if she makes these, Daniel, the Tigers are only up by 1 point. And if she makes these, that means the Falcons will get the ball back one more time if they come up with the defensive rebound. It is really crucial for Tegan to make these 2 shots, don't you reckon, Daniel?
Yeah, we really need Teagan to make these two right now. But for the Falcons to try and get this back to 1 point. And she misses the first.
First one just rims out there. Hopefully Teagan can make the second one for the Falcons.
With 30 seconds left on the clock, Ryan, this one isn't over. We can still make sure that she makes the second. So a 2-point lead with 30 seconds to go. Need to make sure that the Falcons get a stop here.
And it's a double team in the corner. Falcons ball off Monique Conti's leg. 21 seconds left. Falcons down by 2 points. Daniel, what do you reckon the Falcons need to do here?
Well, they need to get quick shots. It'll be interesting to see which way that they go about this to try and get a layup or whether it's a 3-ball line. They have 21 seconds. So
And that double.
Surprise right now if they go for a layup, Ryan. Try and get something to hoop.
Yep.
And then try and get the ball back again, or even try and play the possession out.
Yeah, 100%. Down by 2. If they go for a layup, they get a score. It's a draw, even game. And if they go down the other end and play good possession of defense, that goes to overtime. So you reckon that's what the Falcons are going to try and do? Or they'll go for the lead for a last shot and go for the win for a 3-pointer.
So we have 21 seconds left until the end of our NBL1 Wimbledon game. As long as this thing doesn't go to overtime right now. We'll have a short break in between games, and then we'll have our NBL1 men action kicking off at 8:30. Stay tuned for that one.
And Daniel, once again, the 5-on for Waverley can all shoot the ball very well, with a lot of experience on the floor for the Falcons as well.
So Sam Donald catches the ball back at the high. We have Callie Bowen coming back off that high ball screen action.
Big
Keeps
screen
the
by
ball on the
Carly.
floor, going at the rim. And she just misses. Tigers secure the ball, and it is a foul call with 6 seconds to go on the clock.
And that's another unsportsmanlike foul against Carly Midjovic,
Unsportsmanlike foul.
which means there'll be 2 shots for the Tigers and possession. That is huge for the game here right now.
That's her first personal foul.
And you feel like, Daniel, if the Tigers make both of these and get the ball back, they'll be up by 4 and they'll have the inbound. It's going to be tough for the Falcons to get the win here if they make both.
She makes the first. Lead now out to 3 points, 72 to 69. And she misses the second.
Falcons down by 3 here and the Tigers up by 3, 72-69. And the Tigers inbounding from the sideline.
As a substitution, we have Molly Matthews coming back in the game for Brianna Gray coming down the ball.
And just then, Coach Polianis telling Carly to inbound the sideline just with her size and length.
Ball goes high to Conti. And that's going to be a win for the Tigers here at Waverley Basketball Stadium. 72 to 69 inclusion. Thank you for joining us with our Waverley Falcons broadcast today. On NBL1, there's plenty more action coming on Wednesday. We're about to kick off at 8:30. Stay tuned for that one, and we look forward to joining you.